If you haven't figured out that it's a bad idea to go near eagles, it may be too late for you. But on the off chance that you can be saved, allow us to do the job for you. It'll save you a few fingers at least from one of the fastest predators to the most powerful bird of prey anywhere. Here are the 15 deadliest eagles in the world. Number 15. Golden Eagle. Yes, all eagles are dangerous, but the golden eagle? This bird is in a league all of its own. As one of the fastest birds in the world, and one of the most intimidating and formidable aerial predators, this beast could kill you without you even realizing it. As North America's largest bird of prey, the golden eagle is considered to be the scariest bird in the world, weighing up to 15 pounds and boasting a wingspan of up to 6.5 feet. These are giant birds, and believe it or not, prehistoric fossils have confirmed they were even larger a few thousand years ago. Maybe we should be thankful. These birds have been known to snatch everything from rabbits to foxes, squirrels to adult deer. If that's not nightmarish enough, there have also been videos of golden eagles snatching babies from parks. Deadly may be an understatement. While golden eagles are powerful enough to kill an adult man, such an instance has never actually happened. For now, it seems we're safe from harm. But be careful, we don't know that they're not planning something. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Number 14. Harpy Eagle. To some, the harpy eagle is the most powerful eagle found anywhere in the world, capable of potentially breaking any human man's limbs. Yes, even the limbs of the strongest men on the planet. Mr. The Rock, you have been warned. The harpy eagle is, unsurprisingly, not a small bird. This species can reach up to 3.5 feet in length and have a wingspan of over 7 feet.
Training almost immediately. It was really amazing how quickly.
Their talons, meanwhile, are longer than that of a grizzly bear, measuring over 5 inches. That means they could puncture or crush a human skull with barely a flex of their muscles. Seriously, I'm telling you, Mr. The Rock, stay away from this eagle. Most of the time, these eagles tend to focus on eating monkeys and sloths and have yet to actually attack or kill a human. Experts believe that the harpy would only attack a human if it felt that its nest was under serious threat. And to be fair, in that instance, the human probably has it coming. The harpy eagle is an immensely powerful bird, capable of killing a human man if it so desires. I did ask if women were safe, but as yet, the eagles have not responded. Although in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have insulted Hotel California. That may have been a mistake. Number 13. Martial Eagle. If you took the incredible martial arts skills of Jackie Chan and put them in an eagle's body, you'd have a pretty great new movie franchise on your hands. But that hasn't happened yet. So instead, we're going to talk about an aggressive predator known as the martial eagle. The martial eagle is the largest in Africa, with a wingspan of up to 8.5 feet. As one of the most brutal predators on the continent, this eagle is known to eat everything that it can catch, including baboons, other birds, and even lions. But they don't really get away with their antics much in their homeland. After farmers grew tired of their livestock being attacked by these pests, they began shooting and poisoning the martial eagle. As a result, they're pretty hard to find. Although for most animals, that's a blessing. These animals are raptors, and as a result, are rightfully feared by many in the wild. Given that they hunt prey much larger than themselves, it seems nothing is really off limits. I guess diets just haven't reached this part of the animal kingdom yet. Number 12. Crowned Eagle. All hail the mighty crowned eagle, one of the longest reigning monarchs in Africa. Well, not quite, but it's big and it's frightening, so I guess that's close to being part of some kind of monarchy. It works for the British royal family, right? The African crowned eagle is a whopping 20-pound predator with a 6-foot wingspread and a disturbingly aggressive personality. In its homeland, the crowned eagle is known as the leopard of the air because it loves preying on animals over 65 pounds. Of course, it also attacks and eats animals ranging from monkeys to dogs and goats, so it's really open to everything. But perhaps most unnervingly, there is evidence that shows this animal once caused the death of a human child back in 1924. Experts have since confirmed that these eagles have been known to attack or eat human children, which is fun for everyone. Experts have claimed that this is the eagle that we should be fearing the most, but thankfully the likelihood of seeing one of these things making off with your child in the middle of suburbia is pretty low, unless Hitchcock's movie was a dire warning. Number 11. Crested serpent eagle. While most eagles tend to share behavioral traits, some seem to be a whole other species entirely. The crested serpent eagle doesn't really focus all its efforts on big animals or birds, only resorting to those if it can't have its ideal meal: snakes. Yes, the crested serpent eagle is not named because it resembles a snake, but because it just loves to dine on them. But how it catches these animals is what makes them truly dangerous. These giant raptors sit on a high perch and just wait, motionless until an ideal prey slinks itself right under them. Then and only then does it drop down vertically to pounce on its hard-earned meal. So if you happen to be a snake that's somehow found a way to watch our content, well, don't look now, but you may be in danger. The crested serpent eagle is a predator with a niche. While many other eagles are taking an I'll-eat-anything approach to life, this predator has focused on one animal in particular. Everything else, sure, but only if I can't get what I want. You have to admire the commitment to eating an animal with very little meat. Vegans would be proud. Actually, they wouldn't. Not sure why I said that. Number 10. Wedge-tailed eagle. We've often noted the obvious here. Australia is a beautiful country filled with horrible, frankly sadistic animals. But the wedge-tailed eagle may break that label. This predator is a majestic, determined, cannibalistic, aggressive, unscrupulous, self-serving. I may have, misjudged this.
And then blaming them for the death.
The wedge-tailed eagle is named for the distinctive appearance of its tail, obviously, but it's perhaps more famous for its aggressive tactics. The wedge-tailed eagle is the only bird with a reputation for attacking hang gliders and paragliders, ripping the fabric with their talons. Experts claim that this is likely because they're defending their territory, but I like to think that some predators are just bad eggs, which is ironic because the wedge-tailed eagle is actually known to eat their own siblings. It's not even survival of the fittest with these animals, it's just survival of the firstborn. It's not fair, but I don't suppose the eagle community would react well to introducing a justice system this late into their existence. The wedge-tailed eagle is Australia's largest bird of prey and is also one of the world's largest eagles. Thanks to this whopping size, it means they can pick up pretty much anything they want to, short of elephants and jeeps. But then who would want to lift a jeep anyway? Any eagle worth its salt would just climb in and drive away. Common sense. Number 9. Indian spotted eagle. Not every eagle can have the advantage of being some kind of unimaginably huge predator, but even the smaller eagles, like the Indian spotted, have their own unique advantages. It may be just slightly bigger than your average kite, but this is still not the kind of animal you want to deliberately irritate. the Indian spotted eagle makes its home in various environments, including grasslands, scrub, light forest, and wetlands. Like many eagles, the Indian spotted likes to keep to a varied diet, including a host of mammals, birds, amphibians, and reptiles. It may not be as big as other eagles, but you still have to stay in shape, right? The Indian spotted eagle is most dangerous because of its hunting style. While some may prefer to fly around, zero in on a target, and dive from a great height, the Indian spotted likes to play the long game. This predator will find a perch, wait, and then swoop up its prey before they have a chance to realize their mistake. The Indian spotted eagle may be a small bird compared to some of the others on our list, but it's no less mighty. In fact, this animal is capable of inflicting some serious damage with its strength. I'm telling you, small but mighty. Number 8. Philippine eagle. When an eagle becomes the national symbol of its home country, you can guarantee it's either a fierce predator or it saved a small boy in some bizarre circumstance. In the case of the Philippine eagle, it's the former, although the latter would have been a much more interesting story. The Philippine eagle is a large eagle adapted to hunt in woodland, one of several worldwide, with a wingspan of around 8.5 feet. It's also a predator that none of us really want to encounter in the wild. Thankfully for us, this bird of prey tends to feed mostly on monkeys, bats, lemurs, and maybe also pigs or dogs, so humans kind of get a free ride. Unless you happen to kill it, because it's both endangered and so beloved in its native country, murdering one of these animals can get you 12 years in prison. So if one of these birds decides it wants to kill you, you better just lay back and accept your fate. Clearly, the Philippine eagle is a national treasure, and anybody that happens to see one in the wild is blessed. But again, if one happens to attack you, don't react in self-defense. You've been chosen to die. I'm sorry, but those are the rules. Number 7. Bald eagle. And now we come to a true American icon, the bald eagle. This stunningly majestic bird has been the national symbol of the United States since 1782. As one of the world's largest, they're more than willing to throw their weight around to show just how powerful they are. And the bald eagle is very much the same. Sorry, but that joke was just sitting there. This eagle is one of the world's largest raptors, boasting a 7-foot wingspan and measuring anywhere between 28 and 38 inches long. They're also one of the most adept predators anywhere in the United States, using their incredible sense of sight and sharp, powerful talons to their own benefit. After spotting a tasty morsel of prey, these airborne nightmares dive down at a speed of up to 100 miles per hour, capturing anything from fish to duck, turtles to rabbits. They have almost no chance of escape and little hope for survival. Bald eagles are rightly heralded as one of the most adept predators in the world. These are finely tuned killing machines in the same vein as the Terminator, capable of acutely tracking victims and killing them with seemingly no effort. Except this Terminator is American. It'd probably be Tom Hanks's Terminator, and who the hell wants to see that? Number 6. Steller Sea Eagle. Much like the bald eagle, the Steller sea eagle is one of the Earth's largest predators. Found only in Russia and Japan, this predator is known as a huge conservation success story, one of the few eagles to bounce back from near extinction. And boy, are they making the most of it. Female Steller sea eagle can weigh up to 20 pounds, measure longer than 40 inches, and boast a wingspan of up to 7 feet. But while all of that is impressive in and of itself, this eagle has the largest and strongest beak of any in the animal kingdom. Despite that fact, they tend to focus on catching and eating fish, with rare exceptions. These intimidating animals have been known to attack and eat juvenile seals, presumably for the challenge. To our knowledge, they have never been known to attack or catch humans, but these things once faced death. I'm not sure they're scared of anything. The Steller sea eagle is apparently such a notorious predator that farmers in the UK had to concoct a whole new security system with laser beams to prevent them from taking their livestock. You have to admire a bird that inspires such advanced security. I bet they're out there plotting an Ocean's 11 type heist of a pig right now. I'd watch it. Number 5. White-tailed sea eagle. I know. The names just get more and more creative by the second. The white-tailed sea eagle is pretty much exactly what it says on the label. A white-tailed sea eagle. I don't know why I even bothered repeating it honestly. The white-tailed sea eagle is an opportunistic predator, often snatching food from other animals out of the water. But what's especially fascinating is that the white-tailed eagle doesn't even have to do that. This is a talented fisher, often snatching fish from the surface of the water with ease. It just likes to steal from other animals, because it's kind of a jerk. Naturally, this makes them one of the most dangerous eagles out in the world. If they want something, they'll do anything to get it, including attacking colonies of smaller birds to feast on the children and the eggs. Look, I never said they had big hearts. The white-tailed sea eagle is not just a dangerous predator, it's also just a straight-up jerk. I mean, there are really no limits to what they'll do to get some food. If they had Uber Eats in the animal kingdom, this thing would probably just hijack the driver and steal the food. Number 4. Verreaux's eagle. It's incredibly tempting to do this entry entirely in French, but I know better than to even attempt that. So I'll just say one sentence. Yes, this is Verreaux's eagle. In French, ah oui, this is Verreaux's eagle. You know what, just forget that ever happened. Verreaux's eagle is a pretty formidable bird of prey, despite its somewhat small stature compared to other African eagles. Still, measuring up to 3 feet in length, they're far from small. And they're certainly not innocent or peaceful animals, often using their larger feet and talons to lift everything from rabbits and tortoises to larger prey. Because why not make use of what God gave you? The Verreaux's eagle has a wingspan of over 7 feet, making this one of the most adept and agile aerial predators anywhere on Earth. Verreaux's eagle may not be as big as some of Africa's largest eagles, but it's definitely one of the most notable and most intimidating. And since they're willing to eat just about anything, anybody living in or near its territory should constantly watch the skies. The last thing you want is to be enjoying the sun and then suddenly lift it halfway across the desert, especially if you're sober. Number 3. African fish eagle. Sorry to disappoint, folks. This is definitely an eagle, not a fish or fish-eagle hybrid. I can't even begin to tell you how sad I was to find that out. Still, this is a big pescatarian eagle. What, it's not even strictly pescatarian? Come on. The African fish eagle is a scruffy-looking eagle with a very unique call. But while the name suggests that it exclusively exists on a diet of fish and fish-based products, that's apparently not entirely accurate. The African fish eagle does indulge in some delicious fish that it snaps up out of nearby waters, but it also eats everything from ducks to crocodiles and even flamingos. Yes, flamingos. Those delicious big pink birds that many Americans honor with plastic versions on their lawns. They're also incredible thieves. That's the eagle, not flamingos, plastic flamingos, or Americans. The percentage of thieves in these communities is much lower. The African fish eagle may not be the most famous or most popular eagle in the world, but it's no less dangerous, and it has a call that is probably the most distinctive in all of Africa, although no amount of warning noise will protect an animal from this predator. Well, maybe EDM music, but the prey of Africa haven't discovered that just yet. Number 2. Tawny eagle. It's always important to remember that eagles are scavengers at heart, much like that one uncle who lingers at the buffet until everybody else has walked away, and then raids the leftover plates for any morsel of cake. This predator has absolutely no scruples or manners, and the tawny eagle is very much like Uncle John. This eagle's diet relies heavily on the meat, from recently killed animals, including everything from birds to hares and larger mammals. But don't get too comfortable. With a wingspan of up to 6 feet, these raptors are notorious for being some of the most formidable hunters in the animal kingdom. Once they spot an animal or insect they believe looks tasty, they'll make a sharp, rapid dive from its perch and grab it with its sharp talons. Before the victim even knows it, the eagle is already digesting its delicious meal. While the tawny eagle is an aggressive predator, it has been spotted working alongside other raptors, such as vultures, ripping into the leftover carcasses of the poor unsuspecting animals that have been attacked and killed. Well, better than just throwing it away, right? Number 1. White-bellied sea eagle. With such a whimsical Monty Python-esque name, it can only be an animal from the UK. Well, kind of. With a wingspan of around 8 feet, the white-bellied sea eagle is the UK's largest bird of prey. But it has also been found worldwide, so I guess I'm gonna call it Mr. Worldwide? Thanks, Pitbull. Like most eagles, the white-bellied sea eagle is, at heart, an opportunistic carnivore willing to consume just about any animal prey it can find. Mostly they tend to focus on animals found in the water, like fish, turtles, and sea snakes, but they have been known to branch out and consume birds and mammals. One notable story involves the very reverend hunter, Farquharson, discovering his Toulouse goose dead at the eagle's talons. Not a single word of that sentence is made up, and I very much enjoyed getting to say it. Unfortunately, the Reverend's experience demonstrates how dangerous these animals are. When he tried to stop it from killing a second goose, the eagle jumped onto his back and injured his head. Mr. Worldwide had a temper and a fondness for Toulouse goose. Who knew? Which of these eagles do you think is the most deadly? Let us know in the comments. Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time.